And pheasants are really easy to skin. The skin will just basically peel right off of them. So I usually just start tearing, and we've already made an incision. You can see the skin just slides right off these guys.
Question, you said it's legal to transport?
It has to have the feathered head attached is all. So you could skin everything but the head.
Okay.
So it just tears away really easily.
So what is it that you need a feathered head and a wing for? Is that
You need a head or a wing on ducks, so one or the other on ducks, or both.
But on pheasant, it's the head.
On all upland game birds, it's the head. So the waterfowl, since they're a migratory bird with U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, federal oversight, they make the rules, and it's their rule that is a head or a wing, so we just conform to that. But for upland game birds, which are not managed by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service in any capacity, unless they're threatened or endangered, states make the rules, and most states have. They just say you need one of them, and they usually specify which one. Some states use the wing, some states use the head, like we do. So just pull down around and just kind of pull it right off the legs. You're almost always going to leave a little tuft on the leg. You gotta watch pheasants when you're tearing back like this. They have these spurs, they're sharp. So we're loose there. Peel down off the rest of the thigh and around the tail. Did you want your tail? So this knife is nice. It's got a little bit of a serrated blade. It's easier to take off joints. So we'll get rid of this now, and you can see that the pheasant's thigh here, and right there in the narrowest part. You just kind of pull down, put a little pressure, and cut through that pretty easy.
You want your tail feathers?
That type of a knife. So there's tail. And now we just continue to pull the skin forward. You have to go around the shoulders and wings next. So now that we're up along the wing, you can kind of hold onto the wing and tear most of the skin and feathers away. And you'll just leave the feathered wing. So now we're down to that on that side. We'll do the same on this side. So now if I wanted to transport this bird legally, I would just continue to just tear loose all of this.
Oh, I've got it.
So now,
Train a dog.
now we're to the wings. A lot of people, and this will be me being a little preachy, a lot of people discard the wings, and some will even discard the legs and the breast. In Oregon, our waste law states that it's considered waste of a game animal, either an animal or a bird, to make something unfit for human consumption, basically. And so if you throw it away, you're making it unfit for human consumption. And there's actually quite a bit of meat on this first joint of the wing. Down to the second joint, there isn't as much, and I'll show you that next. And so to do the wing, I just grab onto the rest of the feathers, just continue to pull feathers down. And now you're left with the flight feathers, and you don't want to sit there and pull everyone out. That gets kind of hard. And so what I find the easiest is to grab just like that onto the first joint, the first upper arm, basically. Take my right hand, grab the feathers, and in a twisting motion, they will just all kind of pull at the same time, just like that. Now, there's nothing here except bone. And so, make a nice clean bird. You don't want to just cut through the bone, but if you just work the knife properly, you just cut the ligaments, twist a little bit. And that's all. So a lot of people will do the same thing here and discard this portion, whatever you want to do. We still got some skin attached under here. I'm just going to tear that off. We'll do the same thing here. Get some skin. Most of the plucked feathers there instead of got skin. So I'm down to that part again. And since I've got the other side of the bird, I'll have him turned over now so I can do that kind of same motion. I'll just turn the other way. Tear all those flight feathers off. This one, it's going to be a little bit harder because the wing is broke right there. I'll also try and get in there. Actually, you could go right to this too. So the same thing could be done down here. Again, I said there's usually this tuft always sticks up. Just kind of pluck or tear those off on the legs. And you can disjoint this and then cut. And I'll show one of those. So what I'll usually do is cut first right down on that ligament. You'll see it pull away. I'll bend the leg back. And then it's pretty easy just to...
Right about now. Yeah. I probably should have been there, but...
Cut just like that. Or you could simply just, if you had a shears, get right on the joint. Cut it off like that. So now we've got a fully dressed and skinned bird, minus a bunch of feathers sticking to it, that's still legal to transport in Oregon. And you can even take a few more of these neck feathers off if you wanted.